There's something about the right words spoken at the right time that can change everything. Women aren't just attracted to looks, status, or wealth. What really gets inside their heads, what keeps them up at night thinking about you, is how you make them feel. Most men waste their breath on compliments that go in one ear and out the other. You're beautiful. You have amazing eyes. That dress looks great on you. Nice, sure, but forgettable. But when you say something that makes her stop, that makes her pulse quicken, that makes her wonder what exactly you meant by that. You flipped the game. You've gone from just another guy to the one she can't stop thinking about. In this video, I'll give you 3 forbidden compliments so powerful, so dangerously effective that they'll ignite something deep inside her. Use them wisely, because once you do, she'll never look at you the same way again. Let's get into it. Compliment 1. There's something about you that drives me crazy, but I can't quite figure it out. Attraction isn't just about what you see, it's about what you feel. It's about that undeniable magnetic pull when 2 people are standing close and neither one can quite explain why their hearts are beating just a little faster. This compliment, it taps into that energy. It doesn't just make her feel pretty or desirable, it makes her feel dangerous, addictive, unforgettable. Most guys go straight for the obvious. You're beautiful, you have amazing eyes, that dress looks incredible on you, and sure, those compliments work, but only for a moment. They give her a small hit of validation, but they don't stick. She's heard them all before from who had no real impact on her. Compliments like that fade as quickly as they're spoken. But when you say there's something about you that drives me crazy, but I can't quite figure it out, you do something completely different. You don't just flatter her, you make her obsess, because now you've given her a puzzle, and women can't resist a puzzle when it's about them. Suddenly she's wondering, what is it about me that's driving him crazy? Why can't he figure it out? What does he see in me that no one else does? And that's the moment she starts to fall. Women don't just want to be admired. They want to be wanted in a way that feels uncontrollable. They want to feel like their presence alone can make a man lose his composure. That there's something about them, something deeper than looks, that pulls a man in and refuses to let him go. When you use this compliment, you're not just telling her she's attractive, you're telling her she's dangerous, that she has a power over you that she didn't even know she had, and nothing turns a woman on more than that. But the real magic, it's all in how you deliver it. Imagine you're sitting next to her, the conversation flowing effortlessly, the energy between you charged with something unspoken. Maybe you're making her laugh. Maybe she's looking at you with that slightly mischievous glint in her eye. And then, in a quiet moment when she least expects it, you lean in just a little, not too much. Just enough for the air between you to shift, and you say it. Slowly, deliberately. There's something about you that drives me crazy, but I can't quite figure it out. And then you pull back. Don't explain. Don't rush to clarify. Just let the words settle between you. Let them hang there like a challenge. She wasn't expecting, because now she's hooked. She might play it cool at first, shrugging or teasing you, but inside, she's dying to know more. She wants to ask, "What do you mean? What is it about me? Tell me." But she won't, not yet, because women understand this game just as well as men do. And she won't give in that easily. But later, when she's alone, PH in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying your words in her mind, that's when it'll hit her. She won't just be thinking about you, she'll be feeling you, the way your voice dropped just a little when you said it, the way you looked at her, like she was something rare, something mysterious, something you couldn't quite put into words, the way you left the compliment unfinished, making her fill in the blanks on her own. And the more she thinks about it, the deeper she falls. Women are emotional creatures. They don't just want to be noticed. They want to be felt. They want to feel like they have an impact, like their presence alone can shake something loose in a man's chest. This compliment does exactly that. It tells her that she's not just another pretty face. She's different. She's dangerous, and she's someone who has already started to take up space in your mind. That's the kind of thing a woman fantasizes about at night. The next time you see her, watch how she looks at you. There'll be something different in her eyes. Now, a new curiosity, a quiet hunger because the seed has been planted and now she needs to know more. But don't give it to her too quickly. Keep that mystery alive. Let her wonder. Let her chase the answer, because the longer she wanders, the deeper she falls. Compliment too, I probably shouldn't say this, but damn, you're dangerous. There's something intoxicating about being called dangerous, especially by a man who looks like he just realized he's in trouble. Women aren't used to hearing that. They're used to being called beautiful, sexy, stunning words. They've heard 1,000 times from men who wanted something from them. But dangerous, that's different, that's exciting, that's a game changer. And the way you say it, that's everything. You don't just blurt it out like some cheap pickup line. No, this is something you say in a moment of undeniable tension, when you're close, when the energy is so thick between you that it's almost suffocating. Maybe she just said something playful, something teasing, something that made you look at her in a way you weren't expecting. That's when you lean in, eyes locked on hers, and say it low, slow, like the words slipped out before you could stop them. I probably shouldn't say this, but damn, you're dangerous. And then, you let it hang. Let her feel the weight of those words. She won't be able to ignore the way her stomach flips, the way heat spreads up her neck, the way her lips part slightly, like she's about to say something, but she stops herself, because now you've just changed everything. This compliment isn't just about telling her she's attractive. It's about framing her as the temptation. It's about shifting the dynamic so that she's no longer the one evaluating you. You're the one evaluating her, and she's the one who suddenly feels like she's in the hot seat. And trust me, women love that feeling, because here's the truth. Every woman wants to feel like she's the kind of woman who could make a man lose his self-control. Like she has that effect, like she's that girl. And when you look at her, shake your head slightly and say you're dangerous. You're telling her that she is. You're telling her that there's something about her that makes you want to take risks, that being around her is playing with fire, that if you're not careful, she might just wreck you, and that's exactly the kind of thought that keeps a woman up at night. Because now she's thinking, what is it about me that makes him say that? Why does he look at me like that? Does he feel the same pull that I do? And once those questions start looping in her mind, you've got her the best part, the mystery. Because when she asks, what do you mean? And you don't give her a straight answer. You just smirk, shake your head slightly and say, you know exactly what I mean. And then you change the subject, move on, act like it didn't even happen. Now she's left sitting there, heart pounding, replaying your words over and over again, wondering what you meant, wondering why that compliment felt so different from every other one she's ever received. And when she's lying in bed that night, unable to get you out of her head, that's when she starts fantasizing about you. Compliment 3. You have no idea how hard it is to look at you and not touch you. This isn't just a compliment, it's a confession. It's the kind of thing that slips out when the tension is unbearable, when the air between you is thick with something unsaid. It's not rehearsed, it's not calculated. It feels like a loss of control, and that's what makes it dangerous, because women aren't just attracted to confidence. They're drawn to the moment when man loses his grip on it, when he's usually composed, usually in control, but for just 1 second she breaks him. Most guys play it safe. They compliment her in ways that make her feel good, but not in ways that make her crave. They say things like, "You're so beautiful," or "You have the most amazing smile." Nice. Sure. But forgettable. But when you lock eyes with her, exhale like you're fighting something inside you and say, you have no idea how hard it is to look at you and not touch you, that's when you become unforgettable. Because now you've thrown gasoline on the fire, she won't be able to stop herself from feeling it the way your voice dipped, the way your fingers twitched just slightly, like you were holding yourself back, the way your breath hitched, like she just did something to you that she didn't even realize. And here's the beautiful part. This isn't just a compliment. It's a challenge. You're making it crystal clear that she affects you, that something about her makes it damn near impossible to keep your hands to yourself, but you're doing it anyway. You're showing discipline, restraint, self-control, and that's what gets into her head, because now she's thinking, what if he lost control? What if he gave in? What would that feel like? And the longer she thinks about it, the more she wants it to happen. But here's the trick. You don't act on it. You don't lean in. You don't touch her. You just let those words sit in the air. Let them sink into her skin. Then you change the subject like you didn't just completely rewire her brain. And later when she's lying in bed replaying that moment, that's when she'll start to wonder what it would feel like if you finally did. And once a woman starts thinking about that, she won't be able to stop. So next time you're with her, don't be predictable. Don't be ordinary. Look her in the eyes, lower your voice, and say something that makes her heart pound in her chest. Then watch what happens. Next, this is Path. Stoic until next time, stay sharp, stay aware, and never be forgettable.